There was a time when I thought being a good wife, a good mother, or even a good leader meant that I had to sacrifice myself completely. If everyone else in my life was good, then that meant I must be doing something right, right? I would get up every morning, make breakfast for my family, jump into the day, running from one task to another, managing everybody else, work, other responsibilities. And then at night, I would crash into bed feeling exhausted. They, and I put they in quotations because can we really trace back to who they are? But they said that this was the price of success, that you had to hustle and grind and keep going. But one day my husband looked at me and said, when are you going to do something just for you? When are you going to do something that you enjoy without the thought of who you are responsible for? When are you going to move from behind that computer and do something that brings you joy, that lightens your heart? Because every single day you are just hustling and grinding. And can I tell you that I had no idea how to even answer that question? When he posed that question, it completely unraveled me because it made me realize that I was not even on my own priority list. And some of you watching today, you're doing the same thing. You're meeting everybody else's needs, but you've not asked yourself, what do I need in a very long time? Now, this was my life before. Now I'm a master at taking time to rejuvenate, to rest, and to replenish. I have learned to take time to experience joy and happiness and be present in the moment. I've shifted my mindset from what I might miss out on if I took a break to what's for me is actually for me and it won't pass me by. A break will not prevent what is supposed to be for me happening for me. And that's the place we have to get to. We have to get to the place where we understand that success should not come at the cost of our mental, emotional, spiritual, or even our physical health. But can we talk about this just a little bit deeper? My sister, my brother, if you're watching, where did you learn that your worth was tied to what you give or what you do? Now, this is a real question. So if you're brave enough, put your answer in the chat. Who taught you that your worth was tied to what you did or what you gave? And I really want to hear from you because have you ever felt guilty for taking time for yourself? Where does that guilt stem from? Do you say things like, I'll rest once so and so is taken care of? I'll rest when my kids get 18. I'll rest when I've reached a certain point in my career. Or I don't have time for me right now. Or even something that my Grammy used to say. And I heard someone say it last week and it triggered me so deeply. I'll rest when I die. Now, if any of that sounds familiar to you, type me in the comments, type me in chat. Tell me in the comments, though, seriously, when was the last time you took a weekend just for your own restoration? I want to dispel hustle culture's theory that you have to keep grinding, 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 that you have to keep hustling, 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 that you have to keep going, 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 going. That is hustle culture. And it is in stark contrast to what the word of God teaches us. The word teaches us that on the seventh day, Christ rested. He modeled for us what we should do. So I'm going to ask you again, when was the last time you took a break just for you? Not time off to attend a conference, not time off to go on a family vacation where you're still busy. I mean, time off to truly rest. Because you know what? We are long overdue for a reset of our mindset surrounding rest, restoration, and rejuvenation, and also a reset surrounding our worth. So I'm here again talking to you through this Restore Her Retreat series. And I'm talking today specifically to the woman who puts everybody else first. Like you're sacrificing yourself for everyone else. And that sacrifice makes you feel worthy, but it's actually stemming from a place of unworthiness. I see you, sis. And do you know why I see you? Because I've been you. Now, what changed my life was a drastic situation, and it was a traumatic situation that gave me my wake up call. And if you've been following this story about why I created the Restore Retreat and the Thrive Retreat, you would know that I blacked out in my car while I was literally driving, and my doctor diagnosed me with exhaustion. There was nothing physically wrong with me. Everything, all of, we did the MRIs, the EKG, we did all of the scans, all of my organs were functioning. Everything looked normal, but I was exhausted. And so as a result of that, I decided that if this is happening to me, a high functioning woman, then I know that this is happening to other high functioning women as well. And just as I deserved a reset, so do you. This retreat is for the woman who is always giving. This is for the woman who needs to learn to receive. It's okay to be poured into. At this retreat, you will be seen, you will be celebrated, and you will be refilled. You will have space to breathe. This retreat is not a retreat where we are jam packed with activities and you don't have time for your own personal reflection, journaling, just time for you. So while we will have structured sessions, there's also going to be a lot of time. There's going to be a lot of prompting for you to journal and get your own thoughts down on paper. There's going to be reflective time for you to enjoy the accommodations, but not just the accommodations, the catered meals and meaningful conversations with other women who will be in attendance, and moments of silence where you can just check in on your heart again. At the retreat, no one's going to be pulling on you. Last week, I had the opportunity to visit my son. My son does not live in the country that I live in. And it was so refreshing that every single morning, my son made sure that I had breakfast. Every day, he made sure I had another meal, whether that's lunch or dinner, because I eat twice a day. It felt so good to be poured into, to be taken care of, to not have to worry about, feeding someone or cleaning up after someone or running from task to task. And at this retreat, no one is going to be pulling on you. No one is going to be calling your name or screaming, mommy, 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 or even following you to the bathroom. No one is going to need anything from you. And I want you to know, sis, it's not selfish to take care of yourself. It's actually wise. Rest is a strategy. Because when you show up whole, you love better, you lead better, you live better. Everything in life is better when you're whole. And I want to tell you something else that I think it's important for you to know. You don't need permission to rest. But if you do need permission, let me be the one to give it to you. Sis, you deserve a break. So, I'm talking all about the Restore Her retreat. This retreat is going to be your moment in time. It's a retreat where you're going to be poured into. It's a place where you won't even get to move a plate off the table. You won't even get to move a cup off the counter. Like you will literally be catered to. If this sounds like a place that you need to be, click the link and secure your spot. Remember, we have a payment plan and we have a pay in full bonus, but spots are limited because my commitment is to having intimate spaces with women where they can truly feel safe enough to unmask, to not have to be the hero. And that works best in intimate spacing. So we're only holding space for 12 women at this retreat, and you deserve this. So if you know a sister who is running on empty, if you have a friend who's running on empty, if you have a friend that fits the description that I shared in this live today, tag your friend or send this video to your friend and tell your friend that this is the retreat she needs to be in. Now, if you're not sure if this is the place you want to be, If you're on the fence about this, hey, just DM me so that we could have a conversation. I am always transparent about my cost. And so this retreat is a painful bonus. You get a $200 discount. So from $1,600 to $1,400. If you're going to pay by payment plan, it's $1,600, 500 down, and then your payments at your schedule, with all payments to be completed by the end of May. Um, I'm not even going to I'm not even going to talk so much about why you need to be in this space, because if this is for you, you already know that this is the space that you need to be in. I'm not trying to brainwash or oversell or talk you into attending. I want you to willingly choose you. Now, I'll be back again live soon talking to another woman, the woman who has been through so much loss, disappointment, heartbreak, but she keeps showing up day after day. I'm coming back to talk to you, sis. Until then, can I encourage you to do at least one thing for yourself today? And I hope that you do. Take care, and we'll talk soon.